I want to speak now to the Hungarian Foreign Minister, Peter Szijjártó. He joins me now live from Budapest. Thanks for being with us, Foreign Minister.
Good evening. Thank you very much for your invitation.
Let's start with COVID. Your country has a pretty low vaccination rate. What are you doing now to make sure that more people get vaccinated? I understand you've rejoined the EU program to get some Pfizer doses delivered after having suspended that in May.
Look, we are at 70% currently. Of course, we would like to reach 100%. Physically, it's possible, given the fact that we have millions of jabs in the storages. You do not even have to register in order to get the vaccine. You just have to walk to a vaccination point, and there, within a couple minutes, you get the vaccine. So it's open for everybody. We hope that we can convince more and more people in the remaining 30% to be vaccinated. But there's one category where we are #1 in the European Union currently, and this is the booster shots, so the third shots basically. Around 35–36% of those who are eligible for vaccination have been vaccinated by the booster also, which is now becoming more and more important because of the new variants. So actually, you know, we were very quick at the beginning. We were the first EU member state to reach, or among the first ones to reach 60% of vaccination rate. That was very important because with that we could relaunch economy and reopen the country and get rid of the restrictions. Since then we could add another 10% and we hope that we can climb higher.
So speaking of the EU, they're still very unhappy with your government, as you know. Some people accuse the Orban government of anti-democratic practices. I understand a letter has been sent from the Commission to your country asking for answers to some questions on rule of law concerns that they have. Questions about, for instance, how EU funds have been used. Have they been used in ways that were not 100% transparent? Did you respond to the letter?
We will definitely respond because this is the way how it should work in the European Union. European Commission has the questions. We definitely answer. But, you know, our debate with Brussels and with the European Commission goes deeper than that. There are basically two reasons why these debates are getting, let's say, more and more severe. First, there is a totally different opinion on both sides about the future of the European Union. Brussels, with some member states, obviously want to create a United States of Europe with more competencies brought to Brussels, taking away competencies from the member states. We definitely oppose that. And I have to admit that we are in minority now, so those who want European Union to be based on strong member states and want to bring back some competencies to the member states.
You are in a minority, which brings me to the next natural question, which is you're a part of this club and you're not necessarily abiding by all the rules of the club. So why be a member of it? If, for instance, you pass laws that are seen as anti-gay and lesbian, Viktor Orban, your prime minister, becoming very close to China with business deals, blocking even the EU from issuing a statement condemning China's backing of anti-government crackdown protests in Hong Kong. Why be a member of a club whose rules you don't seem to want to follow?
So I think here we do definitely have to stick to the facts. Otherwise, we go into a discussion which doesn't make any sense. These kind of accusations are out there against Hungary I would be really grateful if I could just answer one part of your question. So if you are really curious about our position, then I can tell you that we are committed members of the European Union. We want European Union to be stronger than currently for sure. But our position is that with creating a United States of Europe, it's not going to be possible. We need strong member states because strong European Union can be based only on strong member states. There's a very, very serious ideological debate between Brussels and us. We are definitely a right-wing, patriotic government, Christian Democrat, which goes totally against the liberal mainstream, and it is successful. and we understand that this cannot be digested by Brussels. We have not passed any kind of anti-gay law in this country. The Hungarian parliament, which has been elected democratically, has passed a law on protection of the children, and this law ensures that the right of sexual education of the children is an exclusive right of the parents. It doesn't say anything about the LGBT community. That's lie. That's fake news.
Okay. Well, there are differences of opinion on the interpretation of the law. A quick last one on something you told the Financial Times. You were quoted as saying that you believe the United States will interfere or will try to interfere in your elections next spring. Do you really believe that the Americans are going to meddle to try to get your party that's been in power for quite some time to lose next year?
Look, this is another classical example how fake news are being spread. You should watch the video. It is to be found on internet in many websites. What I have answered to those questions, and they have put quotes into my answer which I have never said. What I said was the following, and I hope that I can say it here clearly now. That we are living in Central Europe. We are not living on the moon, we are not living on the Mars. In this region, we always had to count on the West and the East, so both sides willing to put influence on this region. Unfortunately, this is our history about. We have a clear understanding and clear lessons of history. And these kind of attempts to have influence on this region are continuous and will be here with us in the future also. And I can tell you that, yes, there are embassies who are openly financing articles on internet against the government. Yes, there are embassies who go on tenders to give money for so-called free press, which is always against the government. You know, we have our secret services which have already detected some preparations in this regard, that certain countries, certain entities, certain organizations would like to influence the public will in Hungary, even regarding the elections. But these services, out of which one is in my portfolio, have the duty to go against such kind of attempts to interfere. And we will do our best, of course, to make it sure that it is going to be exclusively the Hungarian people who will decide about the future of this country.
All right, so you believe there are efforts to interfere. The Hungarian Foreign Minister, Peter Szijjártó, thank you very much for joining us live from Budapest in Hungary this evening.
Thank you very much.